Welcome to the Sci-Fi Center, the place to be, where comic books and wrestling collide magically. Movies, TV shows, and pop culture we share. Get ready to rock, we're here to take you there. From superheroes to aliens in outer space, we've got the latest news and reviews in our embrace. Turn on your screen, let the neon lights glow. We'll take you back to the 80s. Let's rock and roll. Sci-Fi Center, where the legends come alive. Get ready to geek out, let your imagination fly. We're diving into the past with a touch of modern flair. Sci-Fi Center, the ultimate pop culture lair.
Welcome to Derry. I'm just kidding. Welcome to Sunday. This is our very first Welcome to Derry watch party. Obviously, it's the very first episode. I've been looking forward to this for quite a while. I wasn't really big on the idea because I am predisposed to not like sequels. I'm not prequels. I'm not a big prequel fan. Um, simply because most of the time you generally, the main characters that are being prequel, you already know what happens to them. But in this case, this is creepy. This looks really good. So I was mulling over the decision whether I wanted to do a watch party. I have not seen the episode, so I will be watching it for the first time with you guys. And then I did a poll, and you guys wanted to see it, so let's bring in. If you are a Patreon member, then you have a link if you want to go join us and join me and be my co-host. I already have some of them in the back. Programming note: this Friday, this Halloween, this Friday, this October 31st, we are going to be doing a lengthy marathon for our charity for the American Foundation of Suicide Prevention. So I'm probably going to be doing some more polls to see what kind of movies we're going to go. We're going to go from 12 to 12. We're going to literally stream from 12 to 12. I'm going to be there handing out candy and stuff for anybody who wants to come out to the Sci-Fi Center. Plus, I'm going to be handing out prizes for people who bring their either themselves, their kids, their dogs, their pets, or all the above in some type of costume to the center. I'm going to be handing you out something pretty cool. And so we'll be doing that. But on my YouTube world, we're going to be starting at 12 noon. One of the movies I already know. We're going to be doing Lost Boys. I'm pretty sure we'll probably have both Halloween 1 and Halloween 2 in there. Then the rest of them, I'm going to, as we discuss over the next couple of days and do polls and stuff, I will see if I can get some input from you guys. Fresh off of, oh my God, what the fuck, dude? I couldn't even finish my sentence before I saw you talking.
It's an appropriate duck.
I can't believe the ducks that are available for these things are the ones you can make. That is hilarious. Well, fresh off of his birthday watch party of Howard the Duck. For those of you who want the backstory of the duck, that's where it comes from. Clint, and then my glow in the dark Arzie.
Hello.
And then I'm pretty sure Brad is on his way in, but we're gonna go ahead.
I saw this episode. The beginning is quite remarkable.
All right, and we are watching this on HBO Max. Everybody, I don't do the Twitch for HBO Max because generally everybody has it already. So we're gonna go ahead and I got it queued up. Where am I at on here? I am at the HBO logo, the little static logo. So that puts us all, if you're watching with me, that puts us all at, hold on. I just want to make sure it's right after the Game of Thrones. Puts us at 106. 106. So if everybody's ready, I'm going to count down from 3. And then we'll go 3, 2, 1, and we're playing.
Yeah, I've seen this. I'm just going to watch faces from the beginning. I got a couple Pennywise ducks if you want to see them.
Give them to me after, because I can't see you guys because I have my full screen going. I was going to play it on TV, but I didn't feel like the delay. Kid with a pacifier, a little bit too old. Okay.
2 days till I can see again. Yay!
Oh, it could be one of those lolly dummies.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
what it is.
remember
it's a
those?
ring. Yeah, one of those rings. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, Aaron. That's exactly what it is.
You never ate one of those as a child?
Actually, no, but I know what you're talking about. When I was a kid, I would eat jawbreakers, those big ones that are the size of baseballs.
Oh shit! I would like when I was a kid. I attempted to do that, but I couldn't make it. That girl's living in the future, mixing flavors together.
I'm covering my eyes from watching you guys or what bet you're about to watch.
No, it is a pacifier. Dude, I already feel sorry for this kid.
Oh shit, man! He's out in the cold too. I wonder if he's like homeless or something. He could be autistic. He's trying to get out of town.
One thing about this series, you can smell Stephen King's influence all through it.
Oh yeah. I just recently watched The Long Walk. That was a crazy ending. Unexpected.
I don't have any interest in watching The Long Walk, even though you guys say it's great. I'm just kind of like, eh.
and they've
Hold on
just
for a
wrapped
second.
up.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm gonna listen to that radio announcement. All these people are creepy looking.
Is he in the car yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to watch you guys and the TV at the same time, so I'm just watching you guys.
Okay, she's reaching into a
What the
thing
hell
for
is
liver.
Get a liver. What the hell?
Okay.
What is going on here? What the fuck? What the? Oh my god. What is he doing?
I got to full screen this to watch your faces.
What the hell? What the hell's going on? Look, they're driving in the loop. They were just leaving. They were just leaving. And then they're going to come back.
Hey, Game, give me a timestamp. Hey, Game, give me a timestamp.
What the hell?
Maybe you got a timestamp.
Oh, sorry.
What in the fuck?
8. Just to it onto 8.
8 minutes. Okay.
Aaron, I think you're making the appropriate face.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, no need to apologize. I'm just saying you're making the very appropriate face for what's happening.
All he wanted was
Oh
a
my
ride.
god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, that can't be. Is it? Oh my god. Is that Pennywise? Did we just witness the birth of Pennywise?
Oh, wow.
Brad.
Well, yes, that's certainly a way to start.
That's the whitest I've ever seen Brad's eyes.
I may have to rethink this decision.
Well, that is definitely a way to start a TV show.
I saw that opening and I thought, wow, this is going to be a watch along to remember.
Oh my god. That slow motion reminds me of some like some cool snap that kind of stuff.
Oh, what Stephen King said when he saw this.
It was probably much more graphic in the book. Actually, is this based on a?
No,
this is
it's
not based on. This is on an original story.
Yeah, yeah.
This is original shit.
Well, that's how you, I guess, compensate for 6 years of Pennywise absence. The pacifier is going down the same tunnel that the Penguin was sent down in Batman Returns. Oof. Well, that was definitely a thing that we saw happen. And by the way, guys, anybody wondering, I was kind of AWOL these last years. Long story short, had an error issue one night, and then I was helping out with a trunk or treat last night. So that kind of spared me the Howard the Duck. So there's that.
Okay, they shouldn't have their hats off. By the way, they are outdoors.
Yeah, every Stephen King movie story has the military doing something bad. That's kind of the Stephen King thing. Military bad, it starts in Maine.
Yeah, everything starts in Maine.
Mm-hmm.
U.S. Highway 88. There's a whole bunch of things that are like that are connected. I started to realize that when I mold myself through the stand.
Bert the turtle is stuck in cover. That shit never worked.
How do you know it wouldn't work against a nuclear bomb? Have you tested it?
I know science.
Oh yeah, I remember these. Duck and cover. Face away from the blast, so you can die.
Oh yeah, that'll do a lot of good for you.
Well, you don't get to see when the blast comes and kills you.
Yeah. Are those ones when the kids are walking and they're like, when you see the flash, drop to the ground, and I'm like, when you see the flash, it's over. You don't have to do anything else.
Well, like the whole thing about hiding under your desk too. It's like,
Yeah,
really effective shield. It's the radiation. Why don't you hop in a refrigerator while you're at it?
Well, Indiana Jones movies were never ever tied with reality.
You mean that's what's not going to happen when you open the Ark of the Covenant? You're not going to know.
Or if you tie yourself to a submarine and travel the whole Mediterranean Sea.
Oh, that was yeah.
No, I always assumed that he like opened the hatch and like hid like between the first hatch and the
It
second
wouldn't
one.
matter. He's dead. That's too much pressure and shit. All right, so now they have their hats on. Dude, military advisors are free. You could just probably give somebody an autograph or something, and they do it.
William's talking about military advisors after watching that opening scene.
Like,
Using
doesn't
attention.
the U.S. military offer like as you said like free money to like TV
And
shows and movies?
we're not saluting indoors, even though it's 1962. We're not saluting indoors. They're going to come to attention.
And when you do salute, it's not
That, and it's the one guy who's in charge, so it's going to be the NCIC. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah. I look at this and I go, I don't know what's real in the military because I've never been in the military. But I go, oh, I see what they're doing with the story. After watching this beginning, I'm not thinking of anything about reality about this show.
It only doesn't. It's not going to ruin it for me. It's just when I see it, it's like, and that tie. You can't have a tie like that. The tie goes to the belt.
Oh, he played Lord Vader in Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Oh wow, darn! Is that where I saw him from, Aaron? That was gonna bug me off.
Well, he wasn't the problem with that. And then they made him look like Billy Idol too. He turned him he's Lord Raiden.
Aaron's adorable when she's trying to hold back laughter. Your little eyes are gonna pop out if she wasn't laughing time.
Hey, Aaron, how are we doing on the countdown for the Furious? What do you think of that? That'd be perfect. Like right after that opening scene, just like get our minds off of that.
Oh,
You want to
yes.
be bored to death?
No, you see people kick each other in the face for 2 hours, and we like not this demonic, like horrifying birth we just saw.
Oh, you didn't like the demon baby with the umbilical cord?
Man, that I had a flashback to Human Centipede 2 there for a second.
Oh yeah. Flashbacks to Human Centipede 2 are not good for you.
Well, and there's one thing they didn't do in that they do in Human Centipede 2 that I'm glad they didn't hear, and you know what I'm referring to if you've seen
that got it kicked out of theaters. They no theater would play it. I was the only person in the state that played that movie.
I am glad I've not gotten to experience the Human Centipede movies.
Don't, especially 2. Especially 2.
I've seen the South Park's take on it.
Yeah, that's the safest way to take it in. Before anybody asks in the comments, no, I'm not going to describe what happens in that scene. Just see it or don't. It's probably better you don't.
Brad, you had the best reaction to it.
Yeah, because I was. what Sketty was going for, I imagine.
I watched it before the stream, and I was like, "Oh, I can't wait to see her."
I didn't, guys. So I'm seeing all this for the very first time.
Oh,
I'm not doing a Brad and spoiling anything.
No. But I'm trying to hear him. So I can see this is going to be a show where everybody's just fucked up. Everybody's miserable.
she hates how she looks.
They seem to all hate themselves. Is that the show, or is that somebody bumping in the background?
I put him on him in the show.
It's Clint bearing a body.
Clint came, of course.
I'm on mute.
Clint came with a perfect profile picture tonight too.
I saw that, and I fucking busted up as soon as I saw that shit. I'm like, welcoming Clint. Oh, fuck.
Is that what your trick or treating this year is? Is this year, Clint? Is Pennywise the duck?
I don't trick or treat anymore.
You're never too old for that, man.
I'm too broken to trick or treat. There's a Rocky Horror going on this Saturday night, and I don't know, or not this upcoming Saturday night, but Halloween, November 1st. I don't even know if I can make it that.
I was gonna go to that one, but I don't know how much energy I'm gonna have after our show on Thursday.
Well, my eyesight should be much better for Thursday, so I should be able to drive to that one.
What's the plan for Thursday?
Well, Wednesday I'm getting eye surgery.
Oof. Good luck, man.
Oh, I can't wait. I'll be able to see clearly and drive.
Okay, that is somebody.
No, I just leave my elbow down.
Oh wow, that's what it was. Okay, sounded like somebody was unscrewing a crate.
But yeah, what's the plan for Thursday?
I have Rocky Horror.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's what he's talking about. He's
Oh, okay, I think you meant like on.
now
show.
Friday I have a marathon coming. I'll fill you in on that.
See if you bother to show up, Brad.
Dude, these last few days have sucked the life out of me. Okay, it's for different things.
Did the kids kick you in the face especially hard this weekend?
No, but we had a trunk or treat at school. We do that every October, and it was fun. But it was also, it's coming after the classes I help with on.
Now, Clint, since you see this before, who these two kids? Obviously, we know what happens to him, but who is she to him? Just a friend?
Yeah.
Make your move, little dude. Ah, darn. Shot down.
At least he does the good thing and walks away.
Yeah.
You know, you shoot your shot, you don't hit. Okay, move on.
And another thing about Stephen King, for those of you who are not familiar with his work, turtles are a big thing.
So can we spoil it?
If it were just you and me, I would say yeah, but we may have people watching this that haven't watched it yet. Believe it or not, a lot of people are just zoned in on HBO Max, so they may see it after this, both 1 and 2.
Yeah, because I'm like trying. I've never read the book about it, but I was just trying to figure like
Okay, the only thing more disturbing than it on film is it in the book. There's some shit that happens in the book that I'm like, you got that past an editor, dude.
Yeah, there's one thing in particular that they have left out.
Yeah, that would never go. I don't care what era, never go.
People will get arrested if they film that.
Because it's like, is Pennywise magic?
He's supernatural.
Yeah, he's a parasitical demon.
And by the way, in Stephen King's cosmology, the universe gets barfed into existence by a giant space turtle. But yes, there is one moment from the book that every adaptation of it has omitted for very good legal reasons. That's actually William. That part I'm thinking of actually that's one I think of where it's like, yeah, how did he not get in trouble for writing that?
Yeah, that was disturbing to me.
I remember watching the Tick fight it. He was fighting a clown that knocked him into his subconscious.
She farted.
This kid is crazy. He reminds me of the kid from the movie, the Machete movie. Now I got to kill this fucking clown.
You know, anybody, and by the way, anybody who's like, what's the kid's name who plays Eddie? Jack Dylan Grazer. He's like, that's actually, I mean, he's grown up now, but I remember seeing that time thinking like, yeah, if I had to pick somebody to play me at that age, he probably would have been my first choice. I was a neurotic kid like him too. It was like, they're gazebos. I got a huge laugh in my theater.
These kids kind of remind
I'm
me.
glad you had fun, Antonio. I had fun with about half of the movie, and while I was watching the movie, I was imagining to myself things I would have gotten rid of to make it better. Yeah, we started.
These kids kind of remind me of the kids Stranger Things.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah.
Watch your it got a lot of comparisons to Stranger Things at the time. Like one thing, one of the kids actually is from Stranger Things. It was part of the Losers Club.
I'll tell you what, if this becomes big,
Well, it's got 3 seasons right
all
off the
these
bat,
kids,
which is very rare for that to be announced like that.
if this becomes big, all these kids' lives are going to change.
Well, they're probably going to film them a little bit better than Netflix does. They put them like in their 30s by the time they're done.
Yeah.
There are 2 very special scenes. You've seen one of them.
Strategic Air Command. Grew up on an Air Force base. A real one, not Derry.
I'm finally going to see Weapons tonight or tomorrow, unless I watch Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad's a better time, I thought.
Yeah,
Getting through that little kid in the meth house was really difficult. You could hear the steam-powered engine
That's
powering
gotta be coming
Brad's
from Brad.
computer.
Yeah. What is that? You, Brad?
Is
What is that sound? It sounds like something bumping. Here, let me mute. Aaron, mute yourself real quick. Or everybody mute them. Go, just Aaron. Just Aaron.
It might just be my desk underneath of it because it's kind of flipped down.
Hold on. All right, now Brad, unmute you. Okay, mute yourself again. Aaron, unmute. It's Brad. It's you.
So does like all military bases have like pictures of the president?
Yes, all military bases have, because he's in our chain of command. Every military installation has a picture of the president.
Okay.
I do like how they got like kind of a demon face on the modern movie It versus the Tim Curry It.
Tim Curry's is still creepy.
They're both creepy.
Yeah, come on. Tim Curry doesn't need a demon face.
And those teeth. Oh my god.
Did you see that interview he gave recently where he because where he's talking about life, how he's gonna coming back after his stroke he had a while back.
There's a DC comic sitting there.
with Clayface on it too.
Well, we all got to blame it on the comic books, man. The comic book never hurt anybody. Another
Comic
Clayface
books
one.
and heavy metal music, man.
Well,
Corrupt.
when does this take? This
Well-
hit like 62, so this is like not that far off from Seduction of
Yeah.
Unison. So
And talk about Flash. I just finished Absolute Flash today.
what would you think?
Oh, it's pretty good. Quite unexpected way of Barry getting his powers.
Yep. By the way, I don't know if you guys have seen that one image circulating of the Absolute Wonder Woman 13, where it's got her with Batman, and she's about as tall as Absolute Batman, and Absolute Batman is about 6 feet 8 inches. So.
She should be, if they're doing her like they envisioned her. Oh, lampshade. That's fucked up. This show's so fucked up already. We're only what? We are 37 minutes into this show, and it's one of the most fucked up shows I've seen in a long time. That was unnecessary.
I can't say it gets worse.
But it seems evenly fucked up. It doesn't need to have levels. Wow.
But I guess to some people, it gets worse.
What was I saying before that lampshade shit happened? Wonder Woman is 7 feet tall in some interpretation, so she would be able to look him eye to eye, if not down at him.
Which means, of course, Superman's going to be about that tall too, if not taller.
Maybe not. Who knows?
You think that the Absolute Superman would be shorter than them?
Yeah, depending on the circumstances. Oh, well, vomit.
A little person Superman. It wouldn't matter.
Well, he wouldn't be little. It would be like up against a 6'6" to a 7-footer.
I'm just saying, if Superman was 4 foot tall or 3 foot tall, it wouldn't matter. It'd still be the same person.
Yeah, he still lifted plane.
Yeah, he would still be able to throw a tank at you.
No.
Wow, look at that microfilm. Wow, the thing is huge, man.
When was the last time anybody has used that in like recorded
They
history?
still have those. They still have those in libraries. Believe it or not. Just not
Really?
that big. I'd never seen one that big. Yeah. Certain thing on microfilm could not be transferred over into data. It was just too fragile.
Yeah, I just finished this episode, and then all of a sudden I got an email about this, from William. I'm like, oh, this is perfect timing.
And this all predates the internet and Wikipedia and all that stuff. This is how people had to find information.
It definitely has the intensity of a Sunday night HBO show, man. You know, that bunk he's sitting in, that's some shit the Army would still use today. Air Force would be throwing them out, and the Army would be like, you know what? We can still use those. I swear those are the ones I was sleeping at in Fort Sill, Oklahoma. Except they stacked them on top of each other. You better not roll left or right too far. You're falling off.
That's like a child's bed.
That they said, you know what? Sleep in it.
You know, speaking of rolling off too far to one direction or the other, has anybody here seen the movie Fall? Where
No.
the two girls get like this trapped on top of the communication tower. It's like 2,000 feet tall, and they can't get down. They have like this one kind of platform that's like about 5 feet across, and they're stuck out there for a couple of days. And I'm watching that, thinking like, man, that'd be the main thing I'd be worried about. It's like, okay, you actually fall asleep, I'd be really worried about like rolling off of there.
The hell?
Well, you'd only be scared of it once.
What the hell?
Was this a test?
Once you roll off the tower, that's it.
Yeah, but my goal is to not die.
This has to be a test, right? Oh no. Back. Yeah, this is. I bet you this is a test. 2. Click. Three. Yep.
Check this out, Aaron. We actually got a fight scene out of this show too. So.
You're in the military. Take these stones. Shooting.
I thought they were
Hey, Brad.
people to see
You're
if you would
right.
give up the information. I used to hear about stuff like that where they would do that kind of stuff just to see if people would crack and give up the secrets.
You're talking about like in like Navy SEALs or what?
No, generally, like when you were in, like, you know, if you ever had any secrets at that level, they would do shit to you to see if how easy you would crack and how safe the secrets were with you. That's what I thought that was at first. It still might be.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. I mean, I bet CIA still does stuff like that.
No, that would be probably military intelligence. CIA is the guys that destabilize countries and stuff.
Yeah, that would be military intelligence, because back in 1962, the bomber secrets were like range and all that stuff was those sought after secrets that, like, the Soviets and the Chinese, they wanted that stuff. They killed over that stuff. So whoever was flying in one of those things had all that stuff in their head. That's why, you know, it was so huge. Where are the parents at? You should just rolling around town in the middle of the night on bikes. That's how you get kidnapped.
Well, it's Derry. And we all know what happened at Derry.
That's like Crystal Lake, man. I'd never come back here again. $88 of you watching right now. Please like, subscribe if you're watching us on whatever it's called these days, Twitter.
I messaged Ashley and Mike. I texted them and said if they wanted to come on and join for the watch party. She was they weren't able to make it. They both got to be she's actually in Florida right now for her Halloween Horror Nights, and he's got to be up early for work. But we have this running joke list where he says like, yeah, it's like one of these days we got to visit Maine and see like what is so horrible there that Stephen King, and he lives.
Well,
there.
That's where he's from. Yeah.
Yeah, but apparently it's scarred him for life.
Well, that's where his drug addiction started. That's where all that stuff started.
Yeah.
I tell you, watching Breaking Bad, watching that the main character's descent from really good guy to horrible drug dealer,
And that should happen quick.
Yeah.
Fucking happen quick. And how he started treating people was funny. Like those kids that were buying meth shit in the hardware store, and he saw it and he's like, "Get out of my town." I remember this movie too.
No, you don't remember this movie.
Well, not what they're probably going to fuck it up into, but yeah. Oh, there he is. There's Maddie. Holding that Damien baby, looks like. And those crazy people.
So do you remember this movie now?
No, not this version of it. This show is creepy, man. They just jump through the screen, kid.
Oh my god, this is so much like Stranger Things. You swap Will for Maddie.
Oh, hell no.
This is the kind of 3D that Jaws 3 tried to do.
I know. Like Jaws would just stop right in the middle. Why aren't we running? Why aren't we leaving the theater?
It's quite a flight. And
my ass is gone. And it's getting bigger. What the fuck?
What the hell? Oh,
I am so glad I got to share this experience with you.
This is almost like The Shining, but good.
If I want to watch a movie to put me to sleep, it's The Shining.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lame. That's lame. The Shining's awesome.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm coming back in there with more than a hammer.
I'm not coming back in there.
Like a blowtorch.
I'm setting the damn theater on fire.
Doctor Sleep was way better than The Shining.
Time to go.
Post haste.
Oh, yeah. You saw it?
Oh, man.
Jesus Christ.
What do you guys think? Do you think Muschietti's the best, like, director of Stephen King stuff?
What in the hell? All right, I'm going to see if there's any previews. Usually they give you like a preview.
Yeah.
How'd you like that ending?
Oh,
Here we go. Hold on. I've sped to 55. I'm at 5,500.
I hope you weren't attached to those characters.
But,
I was.
yeah, but they're not attached to each other anymore.
Oh.
Attached. It's like I should take like, the Joker.
That's why when William asked the friend thing, I was like, yeah.
You say attached. I wanted to like take the Joker and be like, very poor choice of
That
words.
was bad humor.
Almost for words.
Oh yeah, that's that. What that kid was just in on the Long Walk.
Erin looks like she's been shocked.
Well, this is a very shocking start with the TV show.
See, that's why I was asking you if he was magic, because the screen thing.
Okay, it's like
I think that metaphysical would be the word that.
We just saw children pass away.
And yeah,
They didn't pass away; they were slaughtered.
Yeah.
I was being gentle and kind in my language.
Oh, so this is
Okay. What in the fuck did I just watch? Wow.
and this is gonna be
Got off to
a start.
blazing start.
So
Hope
my
you guys
text
weren't-
message,
hope you guys weren't
to
waiting
you,
to be disturbed. Go ahead, Clint.
my text message to you when I first saw that first scene, I was like, "Oh, this is special."
Damn.
Yeah.
I felt like Obi-Wan. Even the younglings weren't spared. I mean, no, they start with murdering kids in this one. I'm like, literally, the first thing they do is murder a kid.
The first thing is the Jedi Purge. This is Revenge of the Sith beginning of the Jedi Purge.
Less than 20 minutes later, they murder the rest of the kids. So it's like, fuck it.
There's two of them that survived.
Well, yeah, the one girl with the eye. Yeah, no, looks like she lost the eye. But all 3Ds.
in spades.
And perpetuated upon children too, which is kind of fucked up. But hey, I mean, wildly entertaining, I guess. I mean, I don't know if I should be admitting to being entertaining. I know they weren't real kids, but damn.
Well, I can handle this kid slaughter because I know it's fantasy. But like when I was talking about Breaking Bad, the kid in the meth den, that's reality.
Well, yeah, that happens a lot. And that happens day to day. Like when I'm watching, like when I'm watching Gacy the other night, I'm like, ooh, those people really are under his house.
And that preview it looks like that's where Dick Halloran comes into the story, because he's the Dick Halloran. Because he's the overlap character from The Shining. That
nobody's gonna fucking care about, Brad. But no, I'm just kidding. Dude, that movie was. I know Stanley Kubrick to me just never did it for me. There's 2.5, actually a movie and a half that really, actually no, because after the gunny dies in Full Metal Jacket, I'm done with that movie.
I mean, he didn't do a lot.
And Clockwork Orange,
but The Shining is one where he did do it for me. But even
Didn't
that's
he do 2001?
Yeah,
that movie. Listen. I would rather have a goat dance on my balls than ever watch that movie again. That movie was so boring. That movie literally, if you're having nightmares, if you're sleeping, if you're pacing up and down at night and you need something to put you to sleep and you can't do anything drugs or narcotic wise or pharmaceutical wise, turn on 2001 Space Odyssey. I'm sorry. I know people put that movie in the stratosphere.
The special effects in it were amazing for the time.
If you can stay awake to witness.
It's just the last half of the movie when they're going to make the space baby was terrible.
The whole movie was like watching AstroTurf mature.
Watching Hal go insane was interesting.
Now, even that's done at a blood slowing pace. Everything in that movie is done like it's like watching molasses to a symphony. I'm like, whoa, no. Wow. Stanley Kubrick just never really. I mean, hey, listen, everybody's got their director. Clockwork Orange.
Open the pod doors, Hal.
Yeah, and that creepy voice, I guess. But it's like, and this, like, and then I said after the gunny dies in Full Metal Jacket, I turned that movie off. You know what, Private Pile? You move like old people fucking. That's what. Once he's gone, there's nothing left in that movie for me.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, Stephen King, of course, he was famously not too happy with The Shining because it was autobiographical because of his addiction.
Well, it was a trip. It was basically one of his trips that he found a way to write down and say, "Hey, here's a movie."
Well, but Halloran isn't he is that's not like unique to the.
You're talking about Scatman Crothers' character, right?
Yeah. He's also he doesn't die in the book. So with the Dr. Sleep, they had to kind of find a workaround with that. Where it's like, okay, we show him, but he's in ethereal form. But
technically, he really doesn't have to die at all. I mean, and on this plane, he can come back and forth a bit in the way that movie wrote it. Okay, but this is better than The Shining.
I know that.
Brad Freese. Wow, wasn't that inconvenient? For those of you watching this show for the very first time, you do not have to watch The Shining to enjoy this.
And like I said, it's like
you don't even have to watch it to enjoy it.
The only one, The Shining. I will say it's like because this is what people point out. It's like the only one that Jack kills is the black dude, and that's where Cinnamon says that's racist. But he doesn't die in the book, and but that connective tissue between it and the Shining novels that is something that King established. So that's something they're carrying over into this.
Once again, guys, you can skip The Shining if you really want to. I recommend you do, but
don't skip Dr. Sleep. Dr. Sleep's a great movie.
Well, I don't know how actively because they are both. They're all under Warner Brothers. So I don't know if they're like actively trying.
They don't do that. They have the same
they haven't
shown. Yeah, they haven't shown the propensity. The only time you see that is in Dr. Sleep and The Shining because it's technically a sequel. But as far as the way Stephen King did it in the books, like you're not going to see like a Randall Flagg type character walking through the drugstore or something like that. They haven't done that. Now, could they be doing this from? Because technically, you could, if you wanted to, take everything and start making it out of this universe because that's what Stephen King did. Most of his books are connected to the Dark Tower, so you can do that.
And that means we got to get the universe barfing space turtles. We got to get Natcher.
Well, you'll see it in a vision. It's not really like that. He never really fully explained what it was because it was a drug. Let's be frank, it was a drug hallucination. When you start talking about dragons and turtles and talking animals, you're doing drugs. That's why when Sid and Marty Krofft and all the Scooby-Doo and all that kind of stuff, people say no, that had nothing to do with drugs, and that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and take you at your word. But if you're talking to a dog and the dog is talking back, one of you is on drugs. So the turtle, everything, it was more like a metaphorical thing, but you could see in there the turtle, he used the turtle from the Duck and Cover and then that turtle from the Charm. So he could, I would not be surprised if you saw a turtle in here.
And we got an allusion to it in chapter 2. It's when adult Beverly goes back to school and there's like that paperweight of the turtle on the teacher's desk. Like, so.
And there's several other. There's a YouTube video that actually shows you all the instances of the turtle throughout the stuff. And this is Muschietti doing it. Anybody who need to be reminded that Muschietti can direct and create is, I don't know how you may have forgotten. But this was intense from beginning to end. This was really good, very disturbing, and they didn't give a fuck about anything. They took everything that could have been disturbing and said, "We're going to get this out of the way now, and if we see you around episode 2, we know that you're full of shit for saying you weren't going to watch." Because it's very captivating. This was really good. This was really well done.
Yeah, this is of the episodic watch parties we've done so far this year. This definitely it's off the best start, and I think it's got a really good shot at being the best of the 3. Now, again, with how Peacemaker and Alien Earth ended, that's not like a high bar to clear as far as
okay.
I'm holding out hope.
Yeah.
Because this year, I'm holding out hope on this series because we already know it happened.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but again, the Peacemaker in particular, I mean, it's not hard to outdo that ending. So,
well here I think
Peacemaker, we don't know what happens past Peacemaker. But in this, we know what happened in it.
We also know we have, the Losers Club. We have 3 seasons of this out the door, which is very weird. That they say you got 3 seasons, so minimum we're getting next season. So now, what worries me about that is when you know you have 3 seasons, the creators might pace themselves to tell their story over that, whereas the viewers are like, well, we want it all. I mean, you can't leave me. I know you know what happens all 3 seasons, but you don't leave me at a point where I'm like, damn you.
And by the way, that I think because he's getting 3 seasons, right from the jump, that should probably tell you that Muschietti is not on bad terms with Warner Brothers after having Flash.
Never listen to what YouTubers tell you about somebody's career.
Yep, that's right.
That includes me. We can guess, but Muschietti,
I still want to do a watch party of that because I really want to push back on the bad narrative on that.
You can't repair brain cells in other people's heads. Yeah. So, all right, how about One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? Is that a good film? I think Jack Nicholson and Nurse Ratched were good in it. The rest of the movie just wasn't for me.
That wasn't Stanley Kubrick. That was Milos Forman.
Yeah, they both won Academy Awards, right? She won for Nurse Ratched, and he won for him.
Oh, Cuckoo's Nest won everything it came out at. Director, movie.
Didn't Michael Wall Street win an Academy Award for that?
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
Michael Douglas.
I think he did, yeah.
Didn't he write the screenplay for that?
But yeah, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest won everything. And no matter what, that's a great movie. It really is a great movie.
All right. It was the second of 3 films to win all major Academy Awards: Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Actress, Director, and Screenplay. Let's see. Based on screenplay. Milos Forman.
But Aaron, it's like Muschietti.
Michael Douglas. Michael Douglas won for producer on this for best movie.
Yeah, Aaron Muschietti. I think he was thinking about us there. He said, "Yeah, we got to put a fight scene there too for the some of the audience here."
No, they weren't.
That demon baby flying around. That was a good fight.
Yeah,
scene.
that was like what? That was creepy as hell.
Now this when you do these type of shows. They probably, Rational, more than likely, already filmed these, or the majority of these.
Well, and that's because I was also going to bring up, with the next merger on the horizon, is that does that put any future plans for this in kind of peril?
No, because they more than likely already filmed. Like right now, where we're watching, they probably already filmed this like a movie.
Yeah.
And they're just going to give most of it to us in sequence because it's cheaper to do it that way. And they already this Welcome to Derry was all one story that they did the screenplay for. So there's more than likely you have already gotten the majority of the filming for this done.
Well,
so
and
even
actually,
if it were to get canceled,
you see to that point, because I'm looking on the Wikipedia page for it now. Filming for the series began in May 23. What was halted July due to the strike. Blade, and so when the strike ended, like around Thanksgiving that year, so then filming ended in August 24. So then even when they resumed, they had like another 8 months they went after that. So they get a lot done that that time frame.
I'm guessing that I'm guessing that the majority of this, the work that would need to be done, has already been done. So canceling it wouldn't do it. And no matter who owns Warner Brothers, Rational Skeptic, they don't mess with the Sunday night stuff. They don't mess with the Sunday night stuff because generally they don't want to mess with the reputation of it. Dude, calm down. They don't want to mess with that. That is anybody who's coming and going, no matter who it is not going to mess with the Sunday night shows. There's a history there that goes back 3 ownerships, so I wouldn't worry about this show being canceled.
And
if they say 3 seasons, I'm gonna guess you're gonna get all 3 seasons of this.
And it seems like the actors that have survived, they look older playing younger.
Yeah, there's probably a reason for that too.
He said it's supposed to go like the one we're seeing right now is in the 60s, but it's each subsequent season is going to go back like 30 years prior to it. So the next one will be like in the 30s, and the one after that being like the early 1900s. So because he's going back like the different like 30-year intervals from like every time Peacemaker.
Yeah, because remember he comes out every
30 years. Yeah,
30 years. So. And then if you remember in the movies, it shows you all the articles.
Rational says, William, Welcome to Derry Season 2 starts filming on March 26th. Okay.
I'm going to guess that they have already started pre-production in this. They probably filmed some of this. Because some of this stuff, once you go through our sequence, you're not going to be able to... Wow, you're going to rebuild these sets again? So
yeah, when they keep sets for these things, after the initial thing is... the initial productions over, when they keep the set standing, that tells you they still want to do stuff with it.
Yeah, I guarantee you that everything that they filmed for this first season, there's stuff that is going to overlap into the other seasons. There's no way. But the bottom line, Rational, they're not. They generally, no matter who. I want you to answer this. Give me a real answer for this. No matter who has owned AT&T. I'm sorry, Warner Brothers, whether it be AT&T, whether it be Discovery, whether it be AOL. Let's go all the way back to the 90s. They don't fuck with the Sunday shows. I'm talking about 3 different ownerships. So the next 3 or 4 ownerships, they're not fucking with the Sunday shows. That's one of the appeals of HBO, is that going all the way back to the mid-90s, going all the way back to Sopranos, 6 Feet Under, Oz, Game of Thrones, House of Dragons. I don't care who the next owner is. They're not going to mess with that because that's a big major part of the value of acquiring HBO and HBO Max. Your subscriber base and everything else has been built around that quality. If they say this show is going 3 years, the person buying it is buying into that too. They're just not, just like Game of Thrones. Just like Game of Thrones. I don't care if the fucking Martians land in a flying saucer and say we are acquiring Warner Brothers. That's not touching HBO. That's not touching Game of Thrones. So there are certain things that when you acquire a company like this, that's why you want that company. So
same with the Harry Potter TV show.
Yeah. Like I said, the 4 horsemen of apocalypse can come down with a suitcase with cash and say, we are now the owners of WB. Oh, Harry Potter? Okay. We'll fuck with everything else, but you keep that going. They're just not going to mess with those things.
Hey, Bill.
Yeah.
Right. We just wrapped up. And by the way, I saw you did a watch along of BBS a little bit ago.
Yeah, $44. Yeah, $44 for them fuckers just to be StreamYard. 104 of you watching now, please like, subscribe, share.
So did you like this clown duck?
Well, either one of those would have made me bust up. That's hilarious. But the first one you had, when I saw that, I'm like, that one's hilarious. I couldn't finish my sentence when I saw that. All right, dude, you're making up shit that's never happened before, Rational. If a meteor lands on my house right now, I'm dead. But the odds of that are not high. And once again, I will retort back to, when has a Sunday night HBO show not been a success? You have to go back to, let me count, Never. That is an extraordinary record. If they put it on HBO on Sunday night, they don't. First of all, that show doesn't go on Sunday night unless it is past the smell. So Casey Bloys, who has survived several Warner Brothers ownerships for a reason, does not fuck around when it comes to these shows. So you could come up with hypotheticals, sure. But it would be the first time that they haven't had one of these do well. So, yeah, they would have the right to cancel it. But once again, I'll throw this back at you. When does that happen? When does that happen? Even Raised by Wolves. Raised by Wolves wasn't even a primary Sunday night show. They moved that around. But there's staple ones like this.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that first scene's going to be talked about all week long.
Yeah. And hypothetically, yes, you are right, Scott. But once again, give me an example where that has happened to the Sunday night shows. Before it gets assigned to Sunday night, you realize how many levels of production and dailies. Everybody's watching those dailies. You got stockholders are watching. You probably got copies of this already watching it. So yeah, I doubt if they say there's 3 seasons of Welcome to Derry. They're not going to throw that out there either by accident. You're pretty confident that you have all the infrastructure already in place. So could it happen, Rational? Sure. I doubt it. I think we're getting all 3 seasons.
Wasn't True Blood a Sunday show as well?
Yeah, True Blood. And hey, listen, True Blood was porn. It was porn with a little bit of vampires and sprinkled in. It was porn, but it was successful as fuck.
True Blood was a dark comedy that people took seriously.
And it ran out of story at about season 4, to be honest with you. The last 2 seasons, and I'm not trying to be vulgar, is literally them. There was one episode where 75% of the episode was them fucking. And walking around in some fairyland naked. I shit you not. That was an episode. So at some point, but you know what? It was high production value. People loved that show. Anne
Rice loved it.
Yeah, I know, because it was based on a lot of her stuff, of Southern vampire stuff. What was this? That was the same thing that's arguing when it came to the Penguin, that one of the ratings ain't good because they didn't have enough explosive and people. Penguin's ratings were that's another. I forgot about Penguin. Shit. There's another one that they don't mess around with Sundays, guys. You could make fun of everything that WB and all these guys involved at Warner have done over the last 15, 20 years. The one thing you cannot assail them on, when they plan production and execute on Sunday, they have not failed yet. So if they're saying we're getting 3 seasons, first of all, I don't care what the date tells you they started filming. There's no way you spent this kind of money and you're going to refer to these characters to where they are not already begun pre-production, if not carryover until the next one. But even if they have it, you're getting. I doubt you're not getting 3 seasons. Let's see. I thought Rome wasn't supposed to last that long. Neither Rome or Rome, Deadwood, and Carnival. I thought those weren't supposed to. Just like Leftovers. People keep saying Leftovers got canceled. No, that was 3 seasons. That's all that was supposed to be. Hold on.
Leftovers had an end.
Yeah, so did Deadwood.
Yeah, Deadwood was
It was only
Deadwood wasn't canceled.
No, Deadwood. Okay, Deadwood received critical acclaim, particularly after Mills writing McShane. Oh, that's where that meme comes from. 60 shows that were canceled too soon. But, okay, it was... No, because that show got an ending. After several years of discussion, pre-production, Deadwood, the movie, began filming in October 18. The film is set 10 years after the end of the 3rd season premiered in... No, because I remember Deadwood had an ending. So did Rome. But okay, let's say for argument's sake, Rational, it's canceled. Look how many seasons. It got 3 seasons. Rome. Let's look at Rome. I don't remember Rome being. TV series. Oh wow, we're talking back in 2005. Let's see. Dude, it's been like 13 years. Actually, no, it's been like 17 years since that show. Because I remember Rome's ending. So, and let's see. Nah, I gotta disagree on that. Deadwood got 3 years, and it got a beginning and ending in a beginning, middle, and end. Now, did they all last 6-7 years like Sopranos? Well, Sopranos only got 6 years. Endure Varma.
Sopranos fucked up the landing on the end too.
That's what David K wanted, though. That's what David K wanted. Well, plus you also got to realize that 3 years prior to streaming, this is all Rome, Deadwood, all these other things were prior to HBO Max too. So that's really, yeah. Deadwood got a movie. I remember when Deadwood went off there was a dispute about whether they should end the show. I know that because it was a popular show. It was winning awards, and that's why you ended up getting the movie. But no, I don't think you have to worry about this franchise. And Carnival, I remember that because that was with Meatloaf. Meatloaf had his daughter. That was a strange show. Carnival. I remember watching that show for a little bit. That's a dude, Rational. You're going all the way back to 2003, man.
Oh, well, Rome got like 2 seasons.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I think it was like the second season was it kind of
Carnival was canceled. Carnival was canceled.
Carnival, yeah.
Well,
I think
yeah.
With Rome, I think it was like the second season was like the sequel to the. It was like I think it was in 2 different timelines.
The Idol was a rare instance. I think the only one where that show wasn't. I never understood what the show was about. Plus, they never came out and said, wasn't that show? Was that the main show? When the Idol wasn't there a show before the Idol though? The Idol wasn't the main show on Sunday, but yeah, that was one where they were ready to cancel that show in the middle because it didn't make any sense. But you're comparing the Idol to an IP like Pennywise and It that they haven't missed on.
That show was shit. The Idol.
But what you're saying though is you're trying to put every one of these shows on the same footing, and you can't. You can't put the Idol at the same footing as you can put majority of the HBO shows. You can't put the Idol.
They throw everything and anybody at the kitchen sink with like Lily Rose Depp. You had The Weeknd.
Yeah. Okay,
and then you got Troy.
Well, you got Lily Depp, and you just really it's just a mixture of something that I was like, but you can't put those shows in the same realm as a Game of Thrones, It, or something like that has a franchise. You can't put those in the same. They're not going to take a risk and say we're giving the Idol 3 years. They barely gave that show. They quit on that show while they were airing it. And I don't think when the Idol aired, I don't think that was the primary show on Sunday nights either. But you got to stretch and scratch over 25 years to find some abstract shows that may not have been the most successful ones, even though all the shows except for the Idol that were canceled all won Emmys and all were highly regarded. But we've been doing this since 1996, Rational. We've been putting shows on HBO on Sundays, 1996.
I just hope this Derry thing is more isn't style versus substance.
It depends on who they think their audience is too. That's another thing, Let's see, HBO Sunday.
It's like, are they being gross for gross or gross for the story?
Well, gross. It's consistent with the franchise. So that what you saw there in that show is consistent with how this franchise has been written and done. So I guess it would be. I guess we're going to get more of that. History. All right, list of HBO original programming. Okay, all right, dude. So let's look at this. True Detective, hit. Euphoria, disturbing, hit. White Lotus, hit. House of the Dragon, say no more. Last of Us, Doom, Prophecy, a show that had every reason to fail because it could have confused a lot of people. It did very well. It's getting another season. Welcome to Derry. We were on that. The Chair Company is new. Hard Knocks is football. Sopranos, 6 Feet Under, Oz.
Did they do Oranges, or is that a Netflix thing? Orange is the New Black.
That was Netflix.
That's it. No, that's Netflix. That's Netflix. So yeah, I doubt by this point in 2025 that they're gonna miss with this. And it's horror. Horror does well when they charge people for tickets for it. Horror has always done well. So yeah, I mean, I need to I'm not saying you could dude, you could be right. I highly doubt it. And the examples you're giving me just don't hold up against the odds and the success that they've had. You're going from the really abstract and obscure. One of them is back in 2003 when these things are judged differently. But most of the time when they put something on HBO, that's a decision-making process that they usually don't fail on. Yeah, you could look at what was this one? The Lily Joe Step? It's forgettable. I just forgot about it.
And then if you look at it rationally, the person buying this is buying that show. It's buying all the shows. It's not saying I'm buying the shows to cancel it. They're looking at the product that Warner Brothers is coming out with, and they're saying, "Hey, I want to buy that because I want to make money from my purchase."
Yeah, they've ordered a certain amount of episodes. So
the
Wire. Wow, how could I forget The Wire? Wow, The Wire was. Oof. For those of you who like Breaking Bad and want to watch something else, there you go.
They're not buying the product saying, "Oh, I don't like the product, I'm going to change the product." They're buying the product because they like the product and they hope they can make more money off of it.
All right, so closing on that one, Reginald, I would say anything could happen, but not with a franchise like this that has proved successful on too many levels right now. When you get with the weird and the abstract stuff that people have to be like, okay, what the fuck am I watching? Like Raised 5 Wolves or things like that. But when you're talking about a brand like this, I think we're fine. We'll get our 3 years. The Dodgers won yesterday. They won yesterday 5-1 in Toronto. I have a feeling that is the last Major League Baseball game that will be played in the nation of Canada this year. That's a feeling I have. But yeah, Dodgers won yesterday.
Dallas got shellacked today.
Yeah, and they got beat like 44 to something. It was like I turned that game off.
It was a shellacking.
Who even has HBO cable channels anymore? Peacemaker, Creature don't even appear on HBO. Well, you have access to both. It's linear. I don't know anybody who has HBO Max that doesn't. Everything that's on HBO is on HBO Max. You really don't need HBO channels anymore. You really don't. Yeah, you really don't, because everything is and now it premieres at the same time. So when I'm watching Game of Thrones,
don't forget HBO also did Oz.
What's up?
Oz as
Yeah,
well?
HBO did. Yeah, I mentioned Oz. Yeah.
Okay.
Oz was yeah. It's just not. No, I don't. Yeah, you're right. I don't know anybody who has the channels anymore, but I know everybody has HBO. Everybody I know has access to HBO shows, mostly through HBO Max, which is
If you have
easier for them.
HBO Max, you have actually HBO channels on HBO Max.
Yeah, and you have all the library and all the shows that are on all the 3 HBO channels that are on linear cable. They're all on HBO Max. Why? Because they want that extra. They want that Max money. They want that subscription service.
That's
And it
right.
allows you more freedom to say, well, I don't have to have cable. I'll just have HBO Max. Even though, they're going to get you coming and going. So we'll see, Rational. Like I said, you brought up some examples that are really stretching it, though. And some of those I don't consider cancellations. But hey, like I said, none of them, it's a pretty big franchise. And both of those movies did really well. And like I said, horror right now, horror does well when people have to be, when you say, let's go see a movie, look at how horror is done this year. Now you're going to put it on a show like this and you're attached to it already. You're going to be able to see how many people who did not watch either it are going to be watching it now because it leads you right. If you let your fucking Max thing go long enough, it literally rolls you right into it chapter 1. So, which is kind of brilliant.
Yeah. I saw that. I was like, oh, okay.
I'm like, damn, that's pretty good. Oz was in 2000, the last thing we saw stuff. Yeah, because even Sopranos, and a lot of the problem with some of these shows is some of these guys get big and they want extra money and they want contract negotiation. Then it's time to cut that shit off. Oz was, man, this is tits. William, The Penguin is an HBO Sunday show that appears on the HBO channel, but Peacemaker isn't a Sunday show. But Peacemaker was. Peacemaker started out on but they didn't. I guess I don't know why Peacemaker wasn't on HBO. But remember, Peacemaker season 1 was a Sunday night show, and it apparently did very well for them. The Penguin is an HBO Sunday show that appears on HBO channel, but Peacemaker isn't a Sunday show that appears on all the channel. Why do you think Gunn did? I don't think that was up to Gunn. I think that's up to Casey Boys. I think that happens to be, it depends on where they want to place it, and they've never really explained why. I don't know, but that's not James Gunn. James Gunn has no power over where these things air. He's just he has authority over how it's produced, what is produced, but where it goes after that, that's Casey Bloys, and then that's going to be chief of Warner Brothers Television. Those two comes on because, like I said, I never watched Peacemaker on HBO. Even though I have HBO, I've always watched it on Max. In fact, I can't even think the last time I've actually used my magic wand to look for HBO. I know it's in the channel 200s, but I don't need to because I got HBO and it has all the stuff that I already have in the app on a schedule. So if I ever want to watch any of that stuff from the beginning, I just go right to the app and just play. It's laziness. It's so convenient. But I don't have an answer for you for that one, Rational. Because I don't watch enough linear HBO anymore. So, but I would assume that if you want it, you can get it. I know most people get HBO through their phone services and stuff too. I mean, or their HBO Max. I have HBO Max through AT&T because that was part of the deal when they owned them. Was the first season of? I thought the first season of Peacemaker was on HBO. I thought it was on HBO. But even still, once again, I would never have, you guys could be right, I never have the reason to go to dial up, which is what I consider that. You know what? Fuck with Cage, you're flirting with banishment. You know that. No, okay. They did not really cancel that show. That show got too big, and you had people wanting, once again, they wanted big money. Sarah Jessica Parker wanted big. Kim Cattrall, who's a Hollywood actress, they got that show got big, and when look what happened when they decided to pay them, they bought them back. They did movies with that show. They did not. Didn't
they do even a follow-up series?
Yeah, it's on now. It's on now.
Yeah, it was called
and just like that. That's what it's called.
And they tried to do CW.
What's that?
There was one they tried to do on the CW, I think.
Oh, I never. Yeah. But yeah, they that show. And thinking about Sex and the City is when they edited it, they put it on TV. So no, they didn't. Okay, there's a difference between something getting canceled because it's lost the appeal and it not being worth to pay people their value, versus the cost of the show. Lanterns is a Sunday show. Lanterns, from what I've been told, and Lanterns is a Sunday show. And from everything I've read in like legit articles, Lanterns is a Sunday show. Which is, I can't wait. Live watch for those. Live watch as it airs for those. And I'm gonna have people in the center watching it with me as we stream it. Can't wait. All right, 99 of you watching us. Okay, listen, you guys, don't come in here trying to put the bad Bajubi on my Dodgers, man. I'll take it from me as an Atlanta Braves fan. Beat up 2-0 doesn't mean nothing in the World Series. Well, they're tied 1-1, and in this particular instance, the Dodgers, this year's Dodgers, with their pitching lineup and Shohei Ohtani, who's basically a kaiju. And I'm not saying that just because he's Japanese. I'm saying that just because he is that monster that comes to your city and fucks it up. He can throw a ball at you and swing a bat at you effectively. And then you have all these other guys. Now we're going to Dodger Stadium. I think game 1 was a fluke. I think once Toronto lost game 2, they put themselves in a position where they have to win 2 out of 3 to get back home, or 1 to get back home. And even if they get back to Toronto, which I don't think is going to happen, the same guy who just do one of these second back-to-back series of complete games in 25 years, and then the previous people to do it weren't even in color TV, that guy's going to be on the mound for game 6 in the same place he just did that to you in. So, yeah, uphill battle. HBO canceled Tell Me You Love Me, and Our Flag Means Death. Our Flag Means Death was a miniseries, wasn't it? I just gave you like a list of almost double-digit things that have done well. I think
Our Flag Means Death sucked.
Yeah, well, that wasn't never meant to be a complete series, was it? Hold on, Flag.
I don't think it was ever on a Sunday.
Oh no, I think it was during the week, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was like Wednesday. That was like Tuesday, Thursday. I see what this is. Nah, irrational. You gotta swing from the top of the barrel here, man. Oh yeah, it's a different thing. But
and that follow up to Six in the City, and just like that's been cancelled because they wanted more money.
Yeah, because it did well. That show did well, and then they only signed like 1-year contracts. So, like I said, when people want more money and you decide not to give it to them because you don't think that the show's worth it, that's different than being canceled. Like if nobody's watching it, that's a different thing. But then again, who knows?
But the latest season, the viewership pretty much has crashed because the writing was inconsistent. A lot of Six in the City fans have just turned away from it,
and they've aged out.
Yeah,
I mean, you're talking about a show that premiered in the 90s.
Right.
Where's your audience at for a show like that? I mean, even though it did better than I thought it was, but
and they were trying to clamor onto new audiences, but it wasn't there.
Well, and you were lacking Kim Cattrall. Kim Cattrall didn't come back, if I remember
that's
right. She did not come back. I mean, that show did better than I thought it was going to be. Kim Cattrall was a huge part of that show.
Yeah, she was a show. That's who they wanted to watch. Was Kim Cattrall.
Yeah. She was also an evil Vulcan.
Yeah, she was
not freaking. She wasn't really evil. Sarah Jessica Parker and all the other weirdo women.
I heard, I heard some stuff about her too, but Rome, because I remember this because Rome, other people were wanting to pick up Rome, and continue it, but they said no. The people who were BBC, they didn't want to they didn't want to bring in other people. Yeah, I remember Rome was a pretty good show, but I think we're good with Derry. I doubt what 3 seasons of Derry. They probably got that already financed, paid for, and
I think
justified.
with horrors, you can't go wrong with horrors.
Yeah,
It's the easiest money making thing ever.
but I'll
That's why a
stand by
lot
this
of
stuff. I will stand by if I believe as long as we don't, I believe that if Lanterns, if they were to say we're going to get 3 years of Lanterns, I believe we're going to get 3 years of Lanterns, because at that point they would have already mapped it out and people are already signed on. Like the dude, the guy who's playing John Stewart, those guys, you have to sign them or you risk losing them if you continue. If you pussyfoot around and then the show's a success and you want to do other seasons, they can sign everywhere else. And now you're talking about 2 and 3 and 4 years in between seasons 1 and 2. So generally, I bet you everybody that's going to be continuously involved in the production of this has already been signed on. Otherwise,
How
you
many
risk losing them.
episodes are in this Derry series?
Is it 6?
8.
Is it 8?
I thought it was 8.
It needs to be more. But it got enough of the 8. Never mind. That's a different stream. I grew up on 26 episodes. No.
Well, if they give us 8 quality episodes like this one, I'll be like, okay, good.
Wow. Why isn't the episode count in here? Oh, here we go. 8. Real original name for the pilot is this what it's named? Oh, you know what? Duh. Wow. It's late and I'm tired, I guess. It's the pilot episode, but the pilot, the very first thing you see after the Demon Baby, it's about him. So there you go. That's why they named it that way. Yeah, Rome won a shit ton of Emmys. Rome was actually but man, that show is immensely expensive. Just like Spartacus, if you notice the Spartacus Blood and Sand, after they stopped wanting to spend a certain amount of money, you started seeing an awful lot of sand. Not as many buildings in metropolitans, a whole bunch of sands and little trees and shit. And I'm like, they didn't care as long as the people got naked and killed each other, and that's what drove that show. So there you go. All right, guys. 97 of you watching right now, like, subscribe. I think I'll be back next week for this. I was wondering. I was kind of, I'm like, but no, this is
I was wondering what horrifying way he's going to open the show with next week.
I don't know if every episode's going to do that. I don't know, but I mean, I wouldn't doubt it, but I wouldn't expect it. If it didn't, I could do without that every episode. That's a little bit jarring. Watching the Demon Baby literally open and close the show by killing everyone or killing, targets. So, yes. I think that both of them were worth watching. I thought they were both excellent shows. All right. Okie dokie. All right, this is where I'm going to wrap it up. Probably off tomorrow. And like I said, this week's going to be a wacky week because it's Halloween week. So schedule's going to be kind of wacky. We will be on the air, like I said, for Halloween day. We'll be at the center all day, and we will be doing a FSB Halloween marathon. One of the movies is going to be Lost Boys. And probably John Carpenter's Halloween, not the 2018 version, but the OG one.
Too many goddamn vampires.
And Halloween 2, the Mustafa Khan one, not the ones. No remakes. I doubt I'll be doing any remakes. The only remake I might think of doing is Invasion of the Body Snatchers with Donald Sutherland in it, because that's a superior version of that movie.
Rob Zombie.
What's up?
Poor Rob Zombie.
Nah. Love you, Rob, but Halloween was atrocious. Okay, Halloween was abysmal. Yeah, that just wasn't good. I would rather watch House of 1,000 Corpses than I'd rather watch something that he has come up with and shepherded in, and I don't want him. No, that movie was bad. So yeah, we got a couple of movies that I'm gonna throw in there, but we'll be going from 12 to 12. We're gonna be trying. Let's see if we can hit our 20,000 mark that day, or get damn near close to it. I think we're only a few grand away. and I'm going to have the local director of the AFSB. She's actually in California now because we don't have a local one here right now. She's going to jump on the show and explain the organization to some people, and give some insight. But yeah, we will be going from 12 to 12. Just it'll be 12 hours of horror for Halloween Day. So and then don't know about Saturday. Sorry about this last Saturday, guys. I just did not have the energy.
Show a scary movie for Brad. That'll be his horror movie.
What were you about to say, Brad? What were you about to say?
Well, I think you said we're kind of moving away from Saturday.
Yeah, we might. As far as like a regular show goes, so yeah, this weekend I just didn't have enough energy. I had a lot to do.
I
a lot to get ready for.
I've got an idea. Once you put A Nightmare Before Christmas, it's both Halloween and a Christmas movie.
I mean, that's we already got the Christmas decorations out, at every mall in the States.
Oh my God, the same here with.
Yeah, they've already pushed out Halloween.
All my malls and stuff.
I might show the thing.
I probably can't talk since he's not a found footage guy. I probably can't talk him to like Paranormal Activity or any VHS or anything.
No, we're not watching anything with no shaky cam shit. No.
Well, those ones don't have shaky cam. Those ones, the camera's on a tripod.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm sorry. It's not shaky cam. It's just the camera focused on bullshit.
What about VHS Halloween? Would that be out by then?
Nah, we're doing that. I had a mild fun when we showed that one last week, but I wasn't really like jumping out of my seat saying "Give me more." I mean, I'm pretty sure it just wasn't for me. I mean, like in that sense, and the sequence of the anthology things, I'm not a big anthology guy either. I mean, outside of Creepshow, that's about it.
Oh, I love the new VHS.
We still got Spinal Tap 2 to get to too.
Yeah, that can happen on November 1st, the day after Halloween. We can do that. So,
here's William. You can also show Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead. James Gunn's Slither.
I don't have 7 hours of a movie into me for one movie. That movie's long as fuck, isn't it? Doesn't like 2 hours and
Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead is like a 2 hour and 40-minute movie. Which one? Oh no, that's the original one.
Yeah,
one of those versions is like long as shit.
Yeah, Zack.
I'm not doing any zombies.
It's like an hour and 45 minutes.
So no zombie movies.
No zombies.
No zombie movies. So no George A. Romero.
Nah. Sure, I think
I'm burnt out.
Like Halloween. Yeah, that is a good suggestion. Nightmare for Christmas, though.
We got that. We could have Halloween 2, Lost Boys.
That'll probably be the first time I've seen Halloween 2 and like.
I saw that in the movies.
I haven't seen the I did like the new Halloween 2, but I also didn't like the original because I don't know that kind of. I remember like really not liking the original Halloween 2 when I first saw it.
How about Hocus Pocus? No.
Oh, I started laughing when I heard Hocus Pocus.
They put that in '93 because that's become such like this cult classic, and they made a second one. There's already talk of like a third now, and they put in '93 that was released in July of '93. The Halloween witch Disney movie was released in July.
Well, you got people like I say Die Hard's a Christmas movie released in April of 1988.
But Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Yeah, if you're a fucking nut job, sure.
Shazam's a Christmas movie that came out in April too.
All these horrors bringing up.
So none of you are interested in seeing something by the Divine Miss M?
Bette Midler's
and broomsticks.
Nah.
I bet you guys don't like beaches.
All right, Aaron, how long have you been associated with this channel?
Aaron,
when have I ever indicated that I would not try to escape a movie like that rather than see it?
So,
Aaron, I don't know if I could pull this off, but if I somehow managed to get a screener for The Furious by then, would you want to put that in there too? It's not really a Halloween movie, but.
But that was Halloween 4, right? That actually wasn't a bad movie.
I'm just put this in there. You guys are gonna laugh at me on this. But
that remaking thing.
You guys are gonna laugh at this.
I'm gonna laugh at you anyway because I know it's gonna be some bullshit.
Because I do think this this qualifies as action horror is The Raid. Really, it's like The Raid is legit scary.
That was a fast X.
The Raid is legit scary.
Because it didn't matter what he said. I knew it was going to be some off-course bullshit.
The Raid
that
you can
needed to be
legit look at
buzzed.
as a horror movie.
Jesus.
Yeah, enough said.
The air raid, Brad.
Also watch Halloween 3.
All of these are awful movies, dude. The Chainsaw Massacre series.
Oh no, I like those. The new ones.
Awful,
No, those are like more the original.
Matthew McConaughey. What? No.
The original is so tame. The original is so defanged. The original is really, really dated. I'm sorry.
Doesn't mean that the follow-ups were any good.
The follow-ups are great, and the follow-ups, like, the scariest thing isn't even like Leatherface in their follows.
There's nothing scary about
the scariest thing is Hoyt.
You could sit a fucking
Hoyt.
toddler in front of those, and it wouldn't harm them.
That would be child abuse if you set a toddler in front of those.
No, movies are tame.
No,
I don't know if Cape
There's-
Fear is a Halloween movie.
There's also Halloween Town and Worst Witch.
All right, Aaron, I'll consider those. All right, so I will add stuff to the list. Like I said, you already got Lost Boys is on there. The original John Carpenter's Halloween is on there, and Halloween 2. But we got 12 hours. We got 12 hours, probably more of movies. So we got another.
You want a horror movie? Get Arachnophobia.
Oh yeah, that's pretty scary.
I don't want to. Yeah, that'll fuck people up though. I don't want.
No, I live with them. I live with them.
Well, you live out in the outback, so I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
the outback. What was it? The spiders. They come from they come from the Amazon, and then but the spiders, like, I mean, those they're legit that big, and like the outback.
Yeah, the Brazilian walking spider, and it's very.
I don't want to watch a movie about my neighbors.
Yeah.
the spiders,
Is there a horror movie based on kangaroos? Hold on.
The spiders are right. The spider. If you ever see Arachnophobia, the spider,
The Rue or the Red, something like that. The Red.
The spider in Arachnophobia is literally about this big. I mean, this thing is like the size of like a baseball mitt.
The Red about a killer kangaroo called The Red.
Okay, horror film with kangaroos.
And they show some
Rippy.
I'm really amazed. I saw them when I was like 12.
Oh wow! Oh my God! Look at this. This is messed up. Hey, we might have to show this.
Wait, hold on. I'm talking Arachnophobia here. It's like I was like 12. They show like close-ups in Arachnophobia of the big spider biting people. It is graphic. I'm amazed I didn't get an R rating.
Hey, Aaron, I found it. I found the movie. My goodness, look at that. The Red, which is the one he brought up. Look at that. Killer kangaroo. Oh man, there's several of them. Look at this. There's one, dude. There's one with the Rippy. He's got boxing gloves. He just basically beats the hell out of you. Look at that.
If they could make a tire be a killer.
Oh, that rubber. Oh yeah. There's an outbreak in the outback. Oh, I love that tagline. Oh, Rippy's gone rogue. This came out last year. This is okay. We'll have to find one of those, and you're gonna have to be the narrator because it won't be authentic if there's not an Aussie bringing it in, bringing it out. Okay. All right. Well, this show's gone off the rails, and I'm hungry and I'm tired. Like, subscribe for the 96 of you who are still watching with us. Thanks for being here. Hope you enjoyed Welcome to Derry. And if you have any opinions, leave them in the comment section. I've been doing better about getting back to you guys on that one, and let me know what you think of the show. Until next time, we will all see you later.